In this video segment, we will discuss about the login, users, roles, and principal entities. We will discuss what are the relationship between these entities. So let's start. This is the SQL server, and to connect with the SQL server, we need a login because SQL server want to authenticate. Why SQL server want to authenticate? So that SQL server know who we are. Why SQL Server want this? So that SQL Server can assign the permissions accordingly. So it login is must to connect with the SQL Server. While installing the SQL Server, we have seen there are two kinds of authentication mode. One is the Windows authentication and the other one is the SQL Server authentication or mixed mode authentication. In this scenario, we will discuss about the Windows authentication. In Windows authentications, all the logins and their passwords are the responsibility of the Windows administrator, a domain administrator. So now suppose this is the domain login, domain underscore dev. This login need to connect with the SQL server, and that all the logins information are exists in the system database master. So when this login need to connect with the SQL server, its information is in the master database. SQL server will authenticate, and if it is authenticated, SQL server will open the connection for this login and will assign the some roles to this login. What are the roles? This role is a certain kind of group for which we can assign a set of permissions. Like this domain underscore dev login, when it is authenticated, SQL Server has assigned it's a public and sysadmin role. And this is the fixed server roles. These are the fixed server roles which SQL Server has. And the sysadmin is the high level uh, role. It can do all the activities at the server levels. So we have some other kinds of roles like bulk admin fixed server role, disk admin fixed server role, DB creator fixed server roles, server admin fixed server role. Like these kind of roles exist at the server levels. These roles have some certain kind of permission, like server admin fixed server roles can do alter settings, can shut down the server, alter any endpoint, and can create endpoints. So if any login will be the member of server admin fixed server role, automatically these permissions will be assigned to that login. So these roles are easy management for the logins. Administration is easy. So when this login is authenticated, it will assign this public and sysadmin role. So this login have the scope at this server level, and it is assigned this server level roles. This login at the server level and these server level roles are known as the server principals. So when this login is authenticated and if it need to connect with the database, it must be mapped with the user in the database. If this login is not mapped to the any user in the database, then it cannot connect to this any user database. So to connect with the user database, this mapping is necessary. Login can be mapped to one user in our database. So login user mapping is one to one. The one login can be mapped to multiple users in different databases, but in one database, one login can be mapped to the one user. So this is a one-to-one mapping. So this user at the database level is assigned some roles at the database level. So these database level roles and this user at the database level is known as the database principal. There are many kind of database level roles exist. So they can these roles can be a DB data reader, DB data writer, DB access admin, public, DB security admin, DB backup operator. So if a user will be member of any kind of this role, then automatically that set of permission will be assigned to the role. So in our scenario, this user is the member of public and DB owner. So he can create any object in this database. So, so user can create the tables, user can create the views, user can create procedure, and this related kind of object we can put in the schema. So what is the schema? A schema is similar to a namespace in the .NET programming language we are using the namespaces. It can be same like the namespace, or we can say it is a container that are used to store database object. So schema improves the flexibility for security related administration of the database. Like we know the database is the collection of data about an enterprise, and suppose this database is this enterprise is a trading enterprise which have the different kind of activities. This trading enterprise buying the product and then doing some process and then sells these products. So these have different activities. They have the HR department, they have the purchase department which are purchasing the products, and there are the purchase users which are doing the purchase related activities, and there is a sales department which are doing the sales related activities, which have the salesmen which are selling the products to their customers. So if the HR department, HR user don't want that the sales department and the purchase department can interfere in their data, and same like purchase department don't want that HR or sales user interfere in their data. So to make the separate, we will create the schemas. We will keep the related entities, we will keep the related object into the related schemas. We will create the three schemas: HR schema, and sales schema and purchase schema. We will keep the related objects in their schemas, and we will restrict the users that one schema user cannot access the other schemas. Like HR schema cannot access the data of the purchase department, and sales department cannot access the data of the purchase department. So this is easy from the security point of view. And if there was no schema like in SQL Server 2000, for to implement such kind of scenarios, we have to create a three databases. But now with because of the schemas, we can create the same kind of sub databases in the main database. In one database we will create the three schemas, and we will apply the permissions on these schemas, and we'll restrict the users. So it's improve the flexibility for security related administration of the database. And schemas, you the owner of this database can create the schemas. Schemas use the owners can be transferable, and if the owner who created the schema is dropped, the schemas have no effect. So this is the relationship between the login between and user and their roles and the schemas. So it is necessary to clear these concepts because these are very changeable and confusing. If we will not clear, we cannot work properly in the database server.